All right. As you can see, the air mattress is down. We've got Andy and Laura over. They're currently out of the house at the moment, getting some breakfast or something. And so I'm taking this time to make a video. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about return on investment, and working smarter, not harder, laziness versus efficiency, that kind of stuff. Or maybe not versus efficiency, but laziness and efficiency. I don't know. So I guess we have to start with what is return on investment because this is a very like businessy kind of term. My understanding of it is that it's usually used when kind of calculating time waste versus business profits. Usually a quantitative means to calculate the efficiency of the work environment. Um, and I guess I wanted to think about how I could apply this to my YouTube kind of thing. And it might not be exactly how you'd expect me to interpret it, but I just wanted to talk about it, I guess. So for YouTube and endeavors, I feel like the goal usually for a YouTube channel is to make content and get monetized somehow. And this is usually the quantitative resource like money or profits. Um, and I like this idea of applying this return on investment mentality, but I don't know if I really apply it to money and profits per se. So, like, my goal with YouTube isn't to get monetized. I don't really have any aspirations of, you know, blowing up and quitting my job and becoming a full-time YouTuber. I feel like that would be a lot of pressure. I like working for an organization where I kind of know what's expected. I like the idea of working for, the man, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of like, I like that safety net. And I give YouTubers a lot of respect for being able to be their own boss. It's just something I don't think I have that entrepreneurial spirit or that drive to, kind of make money in that way. I like to separate my career and my hobbies, and so I think if YouTube is more of a hobby, if it ends up making any money, then that's just a cherry on top, but that's not really the goal. I like the idea. I think the idea of having subscribers is cool, but it isn't really my motivation. I've been showing my friends some of these videos because it's just cool. I think it's cool to kind of build that connection with people just to see, what I've been doing. I can't really see a lot of people being interested in this type of content, but my friends have been supportive so far, and I guess there's an audience for most things out there, so maybe there's an audience for this kind of stuff. Really, my goal with this is just to learn, and I have this like I guess return on investment instead of it being a quantitative financially or with monetization or subscribers, it's more of this qualitative return on investment. So this feeling of accomplishment, being able to check off a box and be like, this is what I did today, and just it's a small rush of dopamine, I guess, just like publishing something and being like, you know, that's something I created, and having the ability to look back on that brief moment of history. And I think that's really where the return on investment is. That's the reward. Um, so I guess this kind of applies to the return on investment, work smarter, not harder kind of thing, because like I don't want to invest a lot of time into a video that, it doesn't matter how good it is, just, being able to create it is really that qualitative feeling. Like I could invest 20 hours on a video, but I don't know if it's really going to make me feel that much better than spending an hour on a video, if that makes sense. And I just don't think that I have the time or resources to really commit to a channel that only uploads polished content, um, and trying to create this facade that I'm this full-time producer with this obvious goal of making money in the long run. So yeah, I guess the return is really just this self-happiness, um, and if I can achieve that with less time and less energy, then that's kind of the I'm satisfying that return on investment. And I guess there's this criticism of like, this is a lazy approach to making videos, why not put in more effort to learn how to edit videos and invest all this money into better equipment to record videos. And I guess, like, I just, my answer to that kind of criticism is just I don't see this as being a like, I think this is just an experiment. I don't really have any of those, like I said, endeavors to really turn a profit on this. It's just kind of this creative space, um, the creative and reflective space, I should say. So, like, some parts I might want to be a little bit creative, some parts I might want to be a little bit reflective. I don't really want to follow any like certain rules. And I kind of do this with like writing too. Like, sometimes I just don't want to follow the writing kind of formats. It's just cool to be able to express yourself and kind of have this hobby. And so I feel like, in a sense, trying too hard, working harder, not smarter, would be wasted efforts and might actually tip the return on investment into a negative. Because if I'm putting all this time and energy into something and, it's just not efficient from that perspective, um, it feels like kind of weird because I feel like in our society, we have this like hustle culture, and it's kind of like, what can I do to better myself? And I don't think that that's like a bad mentality. I think it's always good to better yourself, but it's almost kind of liberating, having certain things in life, at least in my life, where it's not about hustling. It's not about slaving towards this perfectionist goal. It's almost like a palate cleanser, just kind of being able to do whatever you kind of want to do and not really having uh, this, I guess, weight on your shoulders, just being like, you could do that better. Um, and maybe that's something that we kind of need in 2022. I like this idea of keeping this simple kind of channel. And I guess that's what I'm gonna do until I change my mind. And that's kind of the beauty of it. I can always just change my mind and do something else. So, it's kind of cool. But yeah, thanks for listening to this little rant. Have a good day. I'll see you next time.